It is always a good idea to estimate how much time you would take to calculate the answer before attempting the question. Let's take this question as an example. In how many ways can a batsman score exactly 25 runs by scoring single runs, fours, and sixes only, irrespective of the sequence of scoring shots? So here there are multiple scenarios possible, right? The total runs he should score is 25. It can be by scoring singles, fours, and sixes, right? Different combinations are possible. And you can see the answer choices. See, all of them are very close by. See, 18, 19, 20, 21. If you miss one single case itself, you might end up marking the wrong answer, right? So this type of question definitely you should skip in an exam because it's not worth the time you invest. Okay. So anyways, let's analyze how to approach these type of questions. So I'm going to use algebra here to solve this question because it will help you out to figure out the multiple cases very easily. So let's say I'm assuming that there are three unknowns here, right? Number of singles he scored, fours he scored, as well as how many sixes he scored. These are the unknowns here. I'm gonna assume a variable for that. Let's say he scored X singles, Y fours, and Z sixes. Okay, three variables I'm using, and the total runs is 25. So what is the single equation that you can form here? That is X plus the score, the runs he scored by hitting fours are Y fours he scored, right? So total runs would be 4Y, and the runs he scored by hitting sixes, it's 6Z because total number of his sixes he hit is Z, so it's 6Z is the run scored from that. And the total runs here, that is sum of all these three, should be equal to 25. So this is a simple linear equation of three variables, x, y, and z. And x can be any value from, let's say, 1 to 25. It's possible, right? X can be 1 single he can score. Also, he can score all these 25 runs. He can score by scoring just singles. So x can be any value from 1 to 25. Similarly, y, it's a number of fours he scored. It can be 0, or maximum it's gonna be 6 fours he can score, like 6 fours at 24. It's possible. Similarly, if I think about z here, he can score 0 6. Also, the maximum number of 6 he can score here is 6 fours are 24. So 4 sixes he can score maximum. So since the number of possible values for z is small compared to other variables, I'm going to consider different scenarios for z here. Okay. First case 1, when z is equal to 0. That means number of sixes he scored is 0. So if z is 0, the equation is going to be x plus 4y is equal to 25. Now what we need to do is just need to figure out how many combinations or how many possible values are there for x and y to get a 25. So I'm just figuring out what are the possible values of x and y here. Again, the number of possible values of y is smaller compared to x, right? So I will start with y. So y can be 0. That means he is scoring no fours. All the total runs is scored by using singles, right? 25 singles and 0 4. It's possible. And y can be 1. One single 4 he is scoring. Remaining runs he is scoring by using singles. Similarly, the maximum value of y is gonna be how many fours maximum he can score is 6 fours, right? 6 fours are 24 and just one single, x is equal to 1. So total how many cases are possible? So you don't need to exactly find the value of x, you just need to find out how many cases are possible. So there are total 7 cases possible, right? From y can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total 7 cases possible when z is 0. So now I'm going to take this next scenario. What happens when z is equal to 1? That means he's hitting one single 6. So if z is equal to 1, the equation is going to be x plus 4y plus 6 is equal to 25. I'm simplifying it further. That is x plus 4y is equal to 25 minus 6. That is 90. Again, I'm using the same scenario here. X and y, I'm just figuring out what are the possible values of x and y. Y can be 0. There are no 4s he scored. All these 19 runs he's scored by hitting singles. Y can be 1. One single 4 is possible. Remaining runs are scored by singles. It's possible. Right? Y can be 2, 3, 4. That's it. The maximum value of Y is 4. 4, 4 he's hitting. So 4 fours are 16 runs he's scoring here. And remaining 3 runs he scored by singles. That is X is equal to 3. So this are the total possible scenarios. So how many cases are possible here? Y can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 cases possible here. Now I'm going to take the next scenario when Z is equal to 2. Same process I'm repeating. I'm forming again the same equation, that is X plus 4Y plus 12 is equal to 25. Because Z is 2, so 6 2s are 12 here. Simplifying it further, X plus 4Y is equal to 25 minus 12, you are getting 13. Listing down what are the possible values of X and Y. Y can be 0, Y can be 1. What is a close multiple of 4 compared to 13? 4 3s are 12. That's a 12 is a close multiple, right? So maximum number of 4s he can hit in this case is 3. So Y can be 0, 1, 2, or 3. These are the possible scenarios. You have 4 cases in total here. What about the next scenario? Next case is gonna be when Z is equal to 3. Number of 6s he hit is gonna be 3 6s total. In total, there are 3 6s he scored. So I'm forming the equation. So X plus 4Y plus 6 times 3, that is 18, is equal to 25. Again, it's gonna be X plus 4Y is equal to 7. Now, can you list down what are the possible values of X and Y here? So total runs is 7 here. So maximum number of 4s scored is going to be 1 4, right? That's a maximum. So Y can be 0. All of them are singles. 7 singles and 0 fours is possible. Next possibility is Y can be 1. That's it. 1 single 4 and remaining runs is scored by singles. So these are the 2 scenarios possible, right? So there are 2 cases possible. What about the next case? So case number 5, where Z is equal to 4. That's a maximum possible value for Z. Z can be 4. That's a maximum possible case, right? So when Z is equal to 4, I'm just forming the equation, that is X plus 4Y plus 24 is equal to 25. That means X plus 4Y is equal to 1. Only one possible scenarios are here. That means X is equal to 1 and Y is equal to 0. That's only possible because total runs he scored from singles and fours is just 1. That means Y has to be 0. So there is only one case here. So now we listed down all the possible scenarios. You just need to count all of them. Initially you have 7 plus 5. So you have 7 initially, then you have 5, then you have 4, then you have 2 here, and the last case, that is just 1 here, right? Adding all of them, you have 7 plus 5 is 12, 12 fours are 16, 18 plus 1 19. So total 19 cases are there. So option B is the right answer for this case. So using algebra here will help you out to avoid a lot of mistakes. So we'll be using algebra here to make sure that you count all the possible scenarios. So correct answer here is option 19. And keep in mind, this type of question definitely you should skip in the exam.